Spain, the hidden prophetic gateway nation in 2025. Why your daughter's trip to Barcelona is part of God's end-time strategy. What if I told you that Spain isn't just a vacation destination? It's been prophetically positioned as the gateway nation for end-time harvest. Ancient texts reveal secrets about Spain that most prophecy teachers have completely missed. The Tarshish connection, Spain's biblical identity revealed. Spain is biblically identified as Tarshish, Tarshish, the mysterious land mentioned 25 times in Scripture. In Romans 15:24, Paul mentions his future travel plans to Hispania, the Roman name for the entire Iberian Peninsula, and most scholars associate biblical Tarshish with Tartessos in southern Spain. What ancient texts reveal about Tarshish, Spain, Tarshish lay at a distance from Judea in a northwesterly direction and was known for bringing gold and silver, ivory, and apes and peacocks to Solomon. Ezekiel 27:12 states, "Tarshish was your merchant because of your many luxury goods. They gave you silver, iron, tin, and lead." It was described as an old, celebrated, opulent, cultivated commercial city that carried on trade throughout the Mediterranean, prophetic designation. When Jonah fled from God's command to Nineveh, Jonah goes down to the shore and boards a ship bound for Tarshish, the exact opposite direction and 1,500 miles farther away. Tarshish represented the ends of the earth. As far as you could go from God's presence, why Spain is the 2025 prophetic gateway. 1. Geographical gateway position. Spain exists at the western extent of the Mediterranean Sea, and for many civilizations that surrounded this vital piece of water, it represented the edge of the world. Spain sits at the junction of Europe, Africa, Strait of Gibraltar, Mediterranean, Atlantic, Pillars of Hercules, Old World, New World, historic launching point for global exploration. 2. Ancient trade. Route revival. Archaeological evidence shows the Phoenician trade route extended beyond the Iberian Peninsula right up to the British Isles. Spain was the ancient hub where Eastern wealth flowed to Western nations. Cultural exchange bridged civilizations. Maritime commerce connected continents. 3. End-time prophecy activation. Ezekiel 38:13 mentions the merchants of Tarshish and all its leaders in the Gog-Magog prophecy. This suggests Spain will play a crucial role in end-time geopolitics as a commercial gateway for international trade, strategic bridge between emerging power blocks, neutral territory for end-time negotiations. What you're not seeing, hidden ancient text revelations. The War Scroll, 1QM, describes an end-time battle where the islands of the sea and the coastlands participate in final conflict. Spain's coastal position and island territories, Balearics, Canaries, position it as a staging area. Enoch 77:3 speaks of the extreme ends of the earth, where divine messengers gather before the final judgment. Spain's position at Europe's western extreme aligns with this description. Sanhedrin 97b mentions that in the end times, the Son of David will not come until merchants have ceased from Israel. Spain's role as a historic merchant hub suggests it will be central to end-time economic shifts. What prophecy teachers are missing? 1. The Western harvest pattern, Isaiah 69. Surely the coastlands will wait for me, and the ships of Tarshish will come first, to bring your sons from afar. Prophetic application. This prophecy was literally fulfilled in the last years before 1948, when the ships of Great Britain brought the first Jewish refugees from war-torn Europe to their promised land. The pattern established. Western nations become launching pads for end-time restoration. God is strategically positioning Spain as entry point for global spiritual awakening, bridge nation connecting Europe with Africa, Americas, catalyst territory for cross-cultural ministry. The young lion prophecy. Ezekiel 38:13 mentions all the young lions associated with Tarshish. Spain's historic colonial empire created young lions, former colonies across Latin America, Mexico, Argentina, Colombia, etc. Africa, Equatorial Guinea, Western Sahara. Asia Pacific, Philippines connections. These Spanish-speaking nations are experiencing unprecedented revival, connecting back to the mother lion, Spain. 2025. Prophetic timeline for Spain. 1. European Union crossroads. Spain navigating between EU integration and national sovereignty. 2. Migration gateway. Unprecedented flow of people from Africa through Spain to Europe. 4. Spiritual awakening. Growing evangelical movement and prophetic conferences. Experiencing cultural bridge building between America and Europe. Being positioned as a potential merchant of Tarshish, carrying spiritual wealth. Spiritual mapping study maps of ancient Phoenician trade routes. Research, Spanish-speaking revival movements globally. 2. Prophetic intercession. Declare Isaiah 69 over Spain as a gateway nation. Pray Ezekiel 38:13 that Spanish merchants choose God's side. Activate Psalm 72:10 for kings of Tarshish to serve Messiah. Release Acts 1.8 for Spanish territories to the ends of the earth. 3. Strategic networking. Connect with Spanish ministries and churches. Identify young lion nations with Spanish heritage. Support businesses that bridge Spain with your nation. 5. Territorial claims. Prophetically decree God's purposes over Barcelona. Spiritually map ancient Tarshish trade routes. The bigger picture. Atlantic revival. The pattern is completing its cycle. Spain is once again becoming the Western gateway for divine purposes. Spain has been prophetically positioned as the bridge nation that will facilitate the final harvest. The same merchants of Tarshish who brought wealth to Solomon are being prepared to carry spiritual riches in these last days. Final challenge. Share this revelation. Spain's prophetic role has been hidden too long. It's time for the church to recognize and partner with God's gateway strategy.